The Armenian Youth Federation, youth organization of the Armenian Revolutionary Federation members, alumni, and friends alike, came together to make the 91st annual AYF Olympics an unforgettable event. The 2025 AYF Olympics, hosted by the Boston Nejdeh chapter, proved to be a success with 313 athletes and approximately 1,300 high passes sold. Kicking off the weekend right with golf, athletes made their way to the Stowe Acres Country Club, followed by the tennis players who continued Friday's games at the MIT courts. Detroit taking gold in both men's and women's tennis shocked the audience as Michael Armen-Kadian and Talia Nishanyan walked away with medals signifying a historic win for the Detroit Kopernik Tandurjian chapter. New York and Boston walked away with gold medals taken by Alex Kasabian and Victoria Sarkisian respectively.
It means a lot to me. I really enjoy being immersed in the Armenian culture, and being here allows me to represent my Philly Armenian culture and bring back, hopefully, medals.
While the tennis matches were going over the usual amount of time due to weather, swimming was proving to be just as exciting at the Bede Swim and Fitness Center in Concord. The three notable gold medals were earned by Natalia Oganessian from Providence, Nora Vartanyan from Boston, and Matt Janyan from North Andover. Kicking off the first night of festivities, AYF Eastern Region Central Executive announced the AYF Olympics King and Queen, awarded to Bob Tutunjian and Santik Dulgarian, along with the Vardanyan Spirit Award earned by Heather Kardafian and Michael Guzelian. Warming up the crowd, DJ Rams got the audience excited for the Yera Queen Band, who had the grand ballroom packed with loads of adrenaline pumping through the air until the early hours of the morning, preparing the athletes and spectators alike for Saturday's games in Barahandes. As usual, Saturday's events started with the anticipation of the softball tournament. Although not earning any points towards chapter scores for the weekend, winning the tournament offers great pride. Starting bright and early, the first round of games were won by Boston A-Team, West Coast, Philadelphia, Chicago, and New Jersey. Moving on to the second round in the bracket, Providence beat Boston A, Philadelphia beat West Coast, Chicago beat North Andover, and Detroit beat New Jersey. The semifinals proved to be the most anticipated, as the spectators indulged in the yearly chorovats, which had a line that was worth it for the delicious food. The semifinal games were won by Chicago against Detroit and Providence against Philadelphia, resulting in a face-off of Providence against Chicago. After much apprehension, Providence dominated Chicago 22-2 as the crowd cheered for the win. Providence went home with bragging rights until the next Olympics in New Jersey. Alongside first and second place, Detroit and Philadelphia battled for third as it ultimately went to Detroit, winning 14-9. During the games, interviews were conducted with the athletes, the co-chairs of the 2026 AYF Olympics, AYF alumni, and coaches.
Planning process is underway. Our steering committee has been working diligently to kind of collaborate and get plans started for next year. All roads will lead to New Jersey, and we're excited for all chapters and all our community friends and members from all over to come.
Well, Olympics is all about like family and friends. I mean, we all come together to kind of hang out here, play some sports, have some fun. Yeah, it's just a blast.
And Olympics means keeping the Armenian youth through athletics together with their families, the alumni, parents, grandparents, and that bond that survives year after year. Well, those who know me know I'm all about the youth. The youth we always say the youth are our future, and through athletics is a way of keeping our people involved. Athletics has a way, whether you're in the sport or you're watching the sport, it brings people together, and that's what we've been trying to do.
Since 1969, I have missed 8 games. I would not know what to do on an Olympics weekend, a Labor Day weekend, if I was home I'd probably have a barbecue with all my other friends, but it wouldn't be the same. This is family. These are friends. These are family friends that generations go 2-3 generations back. This is all what it's all about. I mean, we have something so special in our Armenian Olympic Games where we have 3 and 4 generations of the same family under one roof Sunday night at the dance.
I have been attending the AYF Olympics since 1966. I've come to the Olympics with my family as a child. When I had a family, I brought my children, and it is really one large family reunion. And those connections we make in AYF, either at Camp Hayastan, at Junior Seminar, whether it's in our AYF chapter, whether we've moved, like myself, I was a Detroit Kopernik Tanderjan member, and now I transferred and I was a Siamanto. You have this lifelong family of AYF members, and the AYF Olympic weekend is what reunites us.
Actually, the AYF has been part of my life since I've been 16 years old. As I said, I was a member of the Boston Siamanto chapter, grew up there, had many friends there, and met my wife there. So we really can't separate the Olympics from our lives. It's really a part of our life.
Turnout's been great. Matter of fact, the last 4 or 5 years, the turnout Olympics has ratcheted up a notch. It seems like we're breaking records every single year, and we just couldn't be happier.
Overall, Saturday's softball tournament in Horovac proved to be yet another successful and fun day that AYFers are likely going to be enthused as they wait for next year's tournament in New Jersey. After yet another fruitful day of activities, AYFers headed back to the hotel in the heart of Boston to get ready for the much-anticipated night of dancing, mingling, and enjoyment of Armenia's Arame, most famous for his songs Namak Im Akhchikan and Bailda. The night started off strong as Arame's stage presence was one to remember, as he sang just as good in person versus in the studio. As the weekend was coming to a close, Saturday started off with the iconic opening ceremony. All the athletes from the 15 chapters got together to walk the track with their respective signs that represent their chapter. With speeches and comments from various notable community members, the opening ceremony was something to behold, as AYFers felt the history of the first AYF Olympics. Representing the ARF Eastern Region Central Committee, Sosi Burujian delivered an insightful message about the deeper purpose behind the weekend's events. She spoke of the AYF's mission as a force for Armenian survival, grounded in activism, identity, and unity.
This weekend is about far more than athletics. For 92 years, the AYF has been a movement, founded here in Boston by Parikin Nejdeh, not only to bring Armenian youth together, but to prepare them for service to our nation. Today, that mission is more urgent than ever. The AYF and the ARF will remain what they were created to be, a shield against assimilation and a force for national survival. Now, more than ever, we must stand united in our common cause and unwavering in our fight to protect our homeland. Each of us has a role to play to ensure our national resilience, to fight for justice, and to secure a future worthy of the sacrifices of those who came before us.
Following Ngerui Sosi's powerful words, Ngerui Isabel Hagopian, AYF-YOARF Eastern Region Central Executive Chairwoman, reaffirmed the organization's commitment to Armenia and Artsakh. She brought to light the members that continue to serve both in the diaspora and in the homeland, honoring past sacrifices and standing strong against ongoing threats of genocide and erasure.
Our dedication to Armenian and Artsakh remains unwavering. Honoring past sacrifices, we continue to fight for a free, independent, and united homeland. The AYF Olympics was created to connect Armenians across the United States, and now we see other regions. It was more than a competition. It is proof that despite genocides and displacement, our identity, spirit, and resolve endure. Nearly 100 years later, this gathering remains a testament to our collective strength and unity in the face of those that seek to erase us.
ARF Bureau member Khajak Mkrtchyan emphasized the vital role of youth in Armenian national life. He noted that from its founding, ARF has placed youth at the heart of its mission, led by visionaries like Simon Zavarian and Karaki Nejdeh, who saw young people not just as participants but as leaders. Mkrtchyan urged today's youth to embrace the legacy by taking responsibility for the nation's future with commitment and national consciousness. He stressed the need to defend the rights of the Armenian people and warned of the consequences of leadership lacking national values. Calling on former youth as well, he encouraged them to stand with the new generation so they can continue to fight for a free, just, and united Armenia. Archbishop Anushavan Tanielian, prelate of the Eastern Prelacy, urged attendees to renew their commitment to unity, identity, and national purpose. Emphasizing the enduring spirit of the global Armenian nation, he reminded the crowd that, quote, "We are the sons and daughters of one and the same nation," end quote. He urged participants to pursue their goals with a spirit of sportsmanship and collective purpose. After the opening ceremony, the track and field portion of the AYF Olympics began, with a variety of different events including sprints, javelin throwing, shot put, and more. Participants were lining up to show off their skills to friends and family alike.
You know, it's one of the oldest Armenian community events in the United States. And I think when it started, it was a great way to bring the community together right a couple of years after the Armenian genocide and to ensure that our culture and our community ties stay intact. And I think, you know, after 90 plus years, that's the same mission that the Olympics has today. You know, it's to bring everybody together, to have fun. Our nation has suffered a lot of hardships over the past 5 years, but with events like this, I'm always really inspired and confident that we're going to get through even the most trying times that our people face.
The AYF Olympics is the best thing since sliced bread, the ballpoint pen, the creation of the Hairenik, the Armenian Weekly, and Hairenik Media. The AYF Olympics is all about fraternity and solidarity, and that's what brings me and my family here year after year, and will continue to bring them. The AYF does so much valuable high-tide work through the year, valiant, courageous, in the spirit of Karaki Nejdeh, and this weekend we celebrate that work throughout the year by having that fraternity and solidarity, and it's an honor for me to be here with my family.
Well, I mean, I just feel like just being on the steering committee this year, just being able to interact with so many different people that the AYF has positively impacted the past few years. It's been really inspirational just seeing the really span and scale that the AYF has. I mean, people are coming from all over the world, all over the US to be here in Boston this weekend, and it's just been so cool to see, and just being able to contribute to that a little bit to keep this going for another 91 years is great. So it's just inspirational.
Once the day at the field was over, the participants were making their way back to the hotel as the buses filled up. Everyone was on the edge of their seats, waiting to hear the results of the awards later that night. Athletes, AYFers, alumni, and community members alike finally gathered at the stage as the AYF Eastern Region Central Executive announced high scorers, but most importantly, announced the winners of the 91st Annual AYF Olympics. With Providence coming in third, Greater Boston coming in second, and for the third year in a row, resulting in a retirement of the AYF Olympics Cup, the Detroit Kopernik Tandurchan chapter took home first place for their outstanding performance over the weekend. Other notable awards were given to Unger Nejdeh Hovsepian from Washington, D.C. for the Ernest Nahigian Sportsmanship Award, as well as Washington, D.C. winning the Most Improved chapter. After awards were given out, the adrenaline was pumping through the Grand Ballroom. The last night of the AYF Olympics started to come to a close with a night and early morning full of seeing old friends, dancing, and sadly, packing up, as the excitement for next year's AYF Olympics was on everyone's minds.